Well, hello there. Ooh, there's a new poster. Ooh, there's the new teaser. Yeah, The Last Jedi got a bunch of new information yesterday at the Star Wars celebration that is still going on while I record this. So, in this video, I'm going to tell quickly my thoughts on the teaser trailer, but first I gotta mention the new teaser poster that shows Luke's face and Kylo Ren's face cut in half. It has this little retro vibe in it. But yeah, uh, I don't usually like if posters have faces in them, but if they're really big and cut in half, then I usually like it. Alright, so uh, let's move on to the actual teaser trailer. There's much less hype in me right now. I wasn't really like waiting for the teaser to appear. I knew it would come out yesterday, and I just actually just stumbled upon it surprisingly only 3 minutes after it had been uploaded to the official Star Wars YouTube channel. I'm like, oh, okay, uh, that's nice. I checked it out, and my first thoughts are, hey, yeah, that looks interesting enough. Um, it actually has a lot of similarities to the first Force Awakens teaser that came out like uh, a year before the actual film came out. And well, back then I was like super fucking excited. I was refreshing the YouTube uh, page to see, okay, is it here yet? Is it here yet? I was like prepared days before it would come out. But with The Last Jedi, not so much. Maybe it has something to do with how I uh, liked The Force Awakens. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I see a lot of problems with it. Uh, what the hell am I doing? I was supposed to talk about The Last Jedi teasers. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's let me talk about that one. We see grand landscapes, actually really good cinematography. Uh, the director is Ryan Johnson, and yeah, it definitely looks good. We see Ray training on an island, the same island where she found Luke. Luke obviously is training her, and I think the best part in the teaser is that we hear Luke talking. I mean, isn't that incredible? Yes. We hear him say that the Jedi should end. It put people to speculate that Luke is going to turn into the dark side. No, Luke is not going to turn into the dark side. No, that will not happen. And you know it. There seems to be an alternative shot of the scene from The Force Awakens that we also saw in the very first teaser, where Luke kneels down next to R2 in front of this orange light that is, well, presumably coming from fire in front of them. And, well, that's indeed the case here. We see a building on fire, and, well, that could be the Jedi Temple. Throughout the trailer, you can hear very distant voices from older characters, like the Open One from A New Hope and Yoda from The Empire Strikes Back. Try to listen to very closely. Can you hear them? We also see Leia, this obviously will be the last time we will see her in this trilogy. We see Kylo Ren's destroyed helmet. He won't be using that anymore. And now, the second most interesting thing, or maybe uh, the most interesting thing, uh, even more interesting than Luke talking, we see few shots that look like we are inside of a tree. And that actually is the case indeed, because there have been some leaked set photos where this very odd shaped tree looks to be in the shape of uh, the Rebel logo. Inside the tree are some books that show something interesting. There's speculation if that is a force tree. What the hell is a force tree? And it actually made people very, very nervous. I'm not really sure why. Um, it could also be Luke's home. All in all, a pretty satisfying teaser. I think I was less disappointed with this one than The Force Awakens, but with The Force Awakens teaser, I was overhyping it. Alright, now one negative thing. This really triggered the fear dwelling inside me. Take a look at this shot here. What do you see in the distance? What does that remind you of? Yes, that reminds you and me of one very memorable scene in The Empire Strikes Back. Almost reminds of it too much. Well, it's obviously the Hoth battle scene with the AT-AT walkers. My biggest problem with The Force Awakens was that it was way too similar to A New Hope. And by looking at this picture here, it does look a bit too much like The Empire Strikes Back. And I'm afraid that the whole movie is gonna be Empire Strikes Back 2.0. I was hoping that The Force Awakens is just that oddball in this trilogy, where they really had to make it like the original film to get the old fans back to the seats. But now they're also doing it with The Last Jedi. Okay, well, I don't want to be too negative. I don't want to be afraid, because fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, and hate leads to suffering. It's really good that there is this new original stuff, like the Force Tree. It's funny that people really that seems to be the biggest problem with the majority of people who have something to complain about this teaser. I mean, come on, think about it. Do you want to see new original stuff or old recycled stuff? Yeah, I'd much rather take the new and original stuff, because I can always go back to watch the original trilogy. But I will be there day one, I guarantee that, and I will enjoy the film as much as I can, and I will, of course, review it. So, these were my thoughts on the Last Jedi teaser. And hey, more movie reviews are coming pretty soon, I think, and maybe even something video game related. We'll see.